The real prayer is going within. The real prayer is elevating your energies. The real prayer is understanding yourself. The real prayer is sitting within yourself to understand what's in your life, to understand the choices that you've made, to understand the things that are happening in your life. Probably if these are things that you'll be like, okay, they are not, I'm not the one who has chosen them, I'm not the one who has done all these things, I'm not the one who's responsible for all those things, you're in that stage of denial. The moment you give power to some outside force, the moment you give whatever is in your life to something else, the moment you're in a position whereby you're saying that whatever you're in is caused by some other person, you're giving away your power, and you'll never conquer that thing. You'll never conquer. If probably you fear something and you'll be like, okay, you're causing me fear, meaning you haven't conquered the fear within you. The fear is coming from within. The world is just a mirror of who we are. So whatever you're saying, whatever, probably if you're bitter, if you're what, if people make you bitter, if people turn you off, it's you. It's your inner world that's probably turned off. It's your inner world that's bitter. It's your inner world that is going through all that. So the world is just mirroring what you're feeling. The world is mirroring who you are. Probably if you're in a place whereby, okay, why am I looking at all bad things and stuff like that, meaning you have some elements that are bad in you. Because just know the world or the universe is just a mirror of you. It's just like it's called the universe. It's you in verse. So if you want to look at good things, go try look at things, good things. If you want probably cultivate good energies, look for how to cultivate good energies. If you want to be a happy person, look for happy people, so that the energy in you, the dark energies in you are suppressed, the dark energies in you are worked upon. Other than that, if the world is still triggering, you're supposed to work upon yourself. I know, because probably you're in that stage whereby you want to elevate your energy, you want to be happy, you want to be all that. And when you go into the world, you're going to look probably at people that are already sad, meaning you have elements of you that are sad, unless you've healed. Because once you heal, you can look at all this. It's like just like looking at, like, you'll be like, okay, that was the world that I was in. So you'll be able to look at it, but not in a way that you're feeling probably you're attached to it, but from a place of God, from the observer mode, because you're just observing everything. But if you look at something and probably you're affected, you're infiltrated, meaning you have elements in you that you're supposed to work upon. And the funny bit is sometimes it's confusing, because if you're also only seeing good things, some other person will be like, okay, why are you only seeing good things? So it's a good thing. Actually, if someone ever tells you that, why are you seeing only good things, just pray for them so that they can get to that point whereby they can only see good things. Because God only looks at good things. That's why when I tell you that there is nothing that's bad, and it's not bad really, if you look at it keenly, you'll understand that nothing is bad. Everything is working the way it's supposed to be. Perhaps the people that are in such a situation don't know why it's happening, and some people can actually tell that, why are you in such a situation? So you're supposed to understand why you're in such a situation, and once you understand why you're in such a situation, you're going to get out of it. Perhaps probably you want to most people want to be rich. Perhaps you want to be rich. Understand why you think you're poor. Because if you don't understand why you think you're poor, you will never leave that state. This is something you're not even going to get from probably churches. You're going to get from it's, unless probably there are people that are gifted already that are going to get this kind of information that's going to come to them naturally. But most of us are supposed to get it from people. Like, we're supposed to be guided. That's why guides like us are there. But it's hard to get, but unless it's just the universe, because the universe has a way it brings these things. Probably if you're probably going through something, you're going to learn on such a video. Work on yourself, or you work on your inner energy, so that the universe can reflect back who you are. Because who you are is not sadness, who you are is not poverty, who you are is not all those things that you probably call bad, but they are still in your life because you haven't understood why they're in your life. So they're in your life to understand them and elevate yourself from that place to another place. Because remember, life is a game, so you're supposed to play the game, and if you don't learn the game, you're going to repeat that very game every time, and every time you're going to be in that same loop till you learn the lessons and elevate yourself. It's not that you're going to be oblivious of whatever is happening in the world, but whatever is happening in the world won't affect you. You just observe whatever is happening in an observer mode. That's what's going to happen if you elevate your energies. And the universe is funny, because if you've elevated your energies, such circumstances, the God in you will prevent you from going to certain places. The God in you will prevent you from meeting certain people, because your energies are not the same. Just know whatever person that probably you're going to meet, you're probably on the same frequency as it. Like that's it. That's how the universe operates. So you raise your vibration, you raise your energy to meet the people that you want to meet. That's why when you're praying, don't speak things that you don't want. Speak things that you want more. Focus on what you want. Focus on the good things. Some other person will be like it's being delusional. It's not being delusional. That's how things are supposed to be. Because the moment you speak things that you don't want, you're going to still attract them into your life. That's why when you're speaking something, you're going to use things like I am rich, I am wealth, I am smart. You're going to use other things because other things that's not who you are. You speak things that you are, and that's prayer. If you don't want something, then what do you want? That's why you're supposed to go back to what you truly want. Because probably some of the things that we want, we don't even want them. That's why we are not getting them. But the things that you truly want, you get them. So you look into your life and you be like, okay, what is in my life? What kind of things I'm having? That's the self-reflection. What kind of friends I'm having? Whatever I'm having, that's what your highest self wants. So you're supposed to get to a place to be like, okay, why does my higher self want the conditions that I'm in? So that you can get out of them, so that you can go probably recheck where you're in that situation. Perhaps if it's a lesson you learn, whatever you learn, so that you get out of that loop. That if you don't self-reflect, however much you're going to pray, because in most cases when people pray, they're going to just think, God, I don't want this, God, I don't want this. Because if you be like, I don't want this, and you're mentioning it, your mind doesn't, remember, the universe doesn't listen to what you speak, it doesn't listen to what you're saying, it listens to the energy, it listens to the vibration, it listens to what you're radiating. You get what I'm saying? And most cases when you mention things, I don't want this, you're going to put off that energy of anger, that kind of energy of outburst, that energy of sadness, and that's what you're going to get. So next time you speak about, when you're praying or doing whatever you want, speak things that you want. Only that. People will be like, okay, why are you speaking that? Because that's how it's supposed to be. But then because of the system, because of what probably what you've gone up to, that's why you're supposed to be open-minded. Because the day you're open-minded, you're going to see change into your life. Because if you're not open-minded, you're going to think whatever you're in is normal. You're going to think you're being bewitched. You're going to think whatever. Because if you're not delusional, you're not bewitched. If you haven't gone like delusion and you haven't gone like started throwing stones, then no one is bewitching you. It's just you. It's just karma catching up. It's just whatever you've done catching up with you. That's something you're supposed to go over it. That's why you're going to look for things, and the only thing you're supposed to be, look for you. You're supposed to look for you, and everything is going to come. So once you look for you, you're going to only speak things that you want. You get what I'm saying? So focus on what you want. Don't focus on what you don't want. Probably if you want to live a good life, you want to look at happy people. So why are you watching news? There is nothing good in news. Like nothing in most cases. The good things probably are going to come from your kids or things, happy things. That's why you're supposed to make your mind or make your body used to happy things so that you can attract the same happy things. Probably if it's environments, try to go into environments that are probably that don't remind you of what you don't want, don't remind you of the life probably you were living before. Go to things that spark the magic in you, things that spark the life that you want. Listen to things that lead you to who you are supposed to be, lead you to the life that you truly deserve. So if something is not in line with who you are, if something is not in line with what you want, in most cases you're still attracting it, in most cases you haven't elevated yourself, or you haven't made the decision to be like, no. That's why people move. That's why people move from places to places, so that they can look for a place whereby that resonates with who they want to be. If the place you're in is not resonating with who you want to be, then move, relocate. Peace.